So, you just bought Ghost of Tsushima and you had just installed it. You have started to play the game a little bit. You have roughly 1 to 3 hours worth of gameplay. And this is actually a beginner's guide, so I will be showing you what you should be looking out for, what you will find in Legends that you won't find in the main game, and so on and so forth. So basically, this is just a beginner's idiots. This is basically just a beginner's guide for idiots on Ghost of Tsushima, and this will only span from the very beginning of the game. So when you first boot up the game, you start playing it, to when you access the second area. So at the start, you will only have two areas that you only have one area that is accessed. Then after a little bit, you have the second area. Once you get that second area, that is when I stop. I will stop there, and there will also be another video that will be talking about the second area. Then there will be one about the third, and as a full game overall tips. So let us begin. So once you boat in, you're gonna be in a giant battle. I don't know. I don't have any form of recordings on that, but I'm just gonna say right now, it is epic. And you will not have any of these crazy gadgets and or abilities. You will only have one thing, that being sword stance, in which it's not that bad, but there are a lot stronger stances. I think they're a lot more worth it. For example, wind and water stance are far more effective than stone stance. And for each stance, it's effective against a different type of enemy. Stone stance is effective against people with swords. Water is effective against people with shields. And wind is best against people with spears. And then moon, the next coming one, which I'm going to be learning. So hold on. Right here. Moon stance. That is probably one of the better ones, especially when it comes to very late game, because you will find yourself surrounded by heavy unit enemies. I don't fully know that, but I feel like that around late game would be seeing a lot bigger enemies, like a lot bigger boys you'll run into. But as an overall, Stone Stance is not that bad. It's a good beginner, but I should highly suggest that once you get Water Stance, you dedicate a lot of time and effort into upgrading it and making it overpowered, because this is probably the best stance for the first area, because you will find a lot of people who are really weak to it, and then with the duels you will do, like with certain things, it will be really good. Now, something that is a thing with Legends that isn't a thing in the main game, and you have to unlock yourself, is the safe landing mechanic. Basically, every time you jump from a height, and you end up jumping from a height, like on this screen right here, you'll end up doing a safe roll. That is automatically unlocked in Legends. However, that is not immediately unlocked in the story mode. You have to learn how to assassinate first. And once you learn how to assassinate, you will then have access to safe landing. I highly suggest you do this because it's really good, along with water stance, along with a couple others. But along with that comes with a lot more things, especially Iron Will, the ability to revive yourself. That is probably the best thing to ever exist in the entire game. And once you do end up learning it, focused hearing is probably a really good stealth. If you're really into stealth, if you're into guns blazing, then it's not that good. But it's good for knowing as to where people are if you get a bit confused. But it's still pretty good. So you can learn, dedicate far hearing. You can use stealth. That way you can like move faster whenever you're doing it. And then you have Killer Instinct, which basically says if you kill this guy, you're gonna get alerted by the guards. There are many things in this game that seem confusing at first, but just to put it simple, this is mostly for attack and guns blazing. This is your stances, and this is for stealth mechanics and gadgets and all that. And now, when you first start playing the game, you're not gonna have kunai, you're not gonna have the black powder bomb, you're not gonna have any of this shit. You're gonna have to unlock it yourself. And the way you do that is via increasing your Legend of the Ghost, which basically means upgrading up your level. Every time you finish a whole like sector, you will increase your Legend a little bit. Right now, I'm on Legend of the Ghost, Hero of Tsushima, which basically means I'm at a pretty high level. I'm at pretty much intermediate. I'm evenly leveled for this area, for the next area. But I'm not going to touch it because there are many things that I need to work on. For example, side quests with characters. I need to learn how to, I need to get more items. I need to get more shit. I basically just need to get the entire game done. I need to get this entire first area done. So I need to do all of the Inari shrines. I have to do all the side quests. That way, I am pretty much overpowered um when it comes to this area. I highly suggest you focus on that more than anything because when you go into this area and you're under level, you're gonna get killed. You're gonna get killed in an instant. So I highly suggest you end up exploring the area because this game is open world. Explore the whole area, enjoy yourself, have fun, find things, and some things that you will end up finding are certain techniques. In Legends, in a separate mode, you the samurai class is able to learn the Heavenly Strike, which is this attack. It is a really strong and really powerful attack that is only accessed by the samurai. However, Jin can learn it. Jin can learn everything in Legends, whether it being assassination. He can learn how to use a longbow. He can learn how to use the half bow. He can basically learn how to use anything because he's the ghost. And also, that's not just me like being, literally because he's the ghost of Tsushima and all that. I'm actually being serious. He's a full-on ninja, not just a samurai. He's also a ninja. That does not make that much sense, but you understand it. So, and first of all, how the hell do you unlock the Heavenly Strike in the story mode? Well, it is by Mythic Tales. So, Mythic Tales are basically like mini side stories where you end up learning a bunch of new things, you end up getting a bunch of things, and end up learning as to what to do with it. And then, obviously, you'll definitely get a lot of things. For example, for this mission, I can get, oh, wait, what? Oh, wait, hold on. Alright, so, now, with with this specific with these specific tales, the Curse of Ichitsu and the Heavenly Strike and Legend of Tadayori, you will earn archer armor. You'll end up learning you will learn a combat move and a weapon. All these are all really good except for Tadayori's armor because I'm not an archer. I like to go in guns blazing or even just stealth around the area. But still, if you like archery or even use the hunter and go to Tsushima Legends, I recommend this armor a lot. It is really good if you're into that. And obviously, there are side missions for random people, whoever it may be. They're like side missions. And with the main story, you'll get a lot of things. For example, the Sakai clan armor, which is a really good samurai armor if you learn how to use it. And then you will learn the basics. For example, half bow and archery. You'll learn assassination and focused hearing. You will learn the samurai clan armor. You will earn the Ronin attire. You will earn some legend. You will earn some of your legend. You will earn the grappling hook, which is probably the best thing for certain areas. You will learn Shoji Assassinate. You will basically learn everything you need for the very first area. Now, this is where you can actually put it into good use. Because when you learn all of this, and before you go end up rescuing whoever you need to rescue in this area, like in this area that I'm circling right here, you will end up... So basically, you will learn whoever you need to rescue. You'll basically rescue them, and then basically this whole area is pretty much free. And it'll be good. And throughout the area, you will find people who need help. You will find people who need you. And with that come rumors, which is really good if you're trying to get 100% in certain areas. For example, for me, in this area, I have 15 out of 24. If I get a rumor, for example, of Saltwind Estate, then I then I will know where it is, basically. So if you get a rumor, it basically just gives you a free Mongol territory location, which is really good, especially if you're getting all the stances before you start going into the second area or even the third area. Is that what it is? Kamigata, is that what it is? Is that oh Alright, yeah. So basically, this is just like the basic gimmicks. I will not put you into more intricate gimmicks with Ghost of Tsushima Legends, which is a bit different, but it is still relatively similar.
I have many legends for you to enjoy.
Now, when you first start playing Ghost of Tsushima Legends, you will have three classes that you can choose. There is the Samurai, which is going in guns blazing, and you will have a bunch of these crazy abilities. Hunter, which is a ranged character who is really good from afar, but I think is pretty bad up close. The Ronin is a support that can help a team, which can clutch up in even the tightest situations. And the Assassin, he's all stealth. He is the greatest for any form of sneaky plays that you can pull with him. You will choose one after after all the tutorials, and in my opinion, the Ronin is the best class to choose for both early game and late game because one very big reason is not a lot of people run him in the oh my god. Not a lot of people will learn him and or play him in the early ranks. So if you learn him early, you will learn him for pretty much the whole time you're playing this game. In which he's really good. He's probably one of the best classes in here. Okay, now this is my opinions. So Ronin is first place, Assassin is second place, Samurai is third place, and Hunter is last place. However, each character has their certain abilities, techniques, and things that only they can learn. Now, Assassin. Oh, let me see as to what the Assassin can learn. So obviously, the Assassin with him being able to assassinate more, he like is able to be more sneaky and is able to do a lot more things. And with their abilities, and with his ability, for his final ability, you can gain 2 extra strikes, which is really good, especially if you're trying to clutch up. And then for your smoke bomb, you can chain sneak, which is pretty good, not gonna lie. He's probably a character I will 100% start learning. Hold on, why does it actually look pretty good? Anyway, I'm getting distracted. But yeah, you can see that's where I'm coming from. The assassin is such a cool character that I actually would like to learn him after I learn oh oh we're not looking at that. Okay. Okay. But yeah, the assassin is honestly a really fun character, and I feel like a lot of people should learn him. And that's just me. But yeah, that's just me. Now, next up, the samurai. This guy is a unit in certain times. So pretty much, he can kill like 3 people all at once with his ability. And with his tactical or like his special down ability, he can life drain, which is pretty good. He's trying to get health back, which is what I think it's meant to do. And I'm pretty sure he can. Oh, there we go. Heavenly Strike. It is really good. Probably one of the best secondary attacks that the Samurai can learn, or like any one of the ghosts can learn, just because of how overpowered it is. And that's just coming from me. Obviously, you may have other opinions, like he's not that good. There are plenty of other characters that are far better. But I would kind of have to disagree. I would kind of have to disagree. Because sometimes he can screw up. And that is why I don't often choose to learn him. And that is why normally when I first started playing, I had been mostly playing the Ronin and the Assassin because of how fun he was. So yeah, Ghost of Tsushima Legends is pretty much nothing like the main game. In fact, I should consider it like its own game mode, like its own separate game, pretty much. I know it's obviously not, but it's still similar to C, nonetheless. And if you do want to see as to what is like the most trending for classes, you can look at the leaderboards because right now it's the assassin, and I think the hunter, and a couple of assassins, and I think a ronin. But yeah, mostly I feel like that assassin and ronin are some of the more popular ones when it comes to the higher ranks, and you're doing shit like gold
What
level,
legend would you
platinum
like
level,
to
nightmare
hear?
level. That's why Ronin is the best because he can like clutch up even in the worst situations. I have seen like Ronin save asses before. I'm actually one of them where Ronins run. They normally don't run the spirit dog. Pretty much none of them run a spirit dog, and I understand why. Because the spirit animal, yes, they're good distractions, but the healing incense is probably the best thing in the entire game. That is why I recommend it so much. Because it is such a good thing that you can do. Flaming Roar is a flaming smoke bomb, to put it simple. It's a smoke bomb where you will still be seen, but you will be able to like ignite enemies, which is pretty good for certain enemies. But that's just me. So, anyway, let's head back to the main game, and yeah, I'll explain a little bit more before the video ends. So now you've learned quite a bit, and you know what to do. You've mastered what to do, but now comes but now comes the most important part. How should you start the game? That actually should have been the first thing I've ever done. What I recommend: start on normal to begin with. If you think that normal is too easy, then go on hard. But do not do lethal. I'm not doing lethal just for the pure reason because I can go down in 2 hits. Maybe when I've like gotten a little bit more experience because I'm a wuss and I'm bad at the game. But obviously, yeah, it's good to use. It's good to use at times, and I recommend it. Or even if you just want to explore the game and you just want to have fun, easy. And if you think that's easy, then go medium. And if you think that's still easy, then go hard. Do not ever go lethal. Lethal is a death trap. If you go with lethal first try, you will probably be stuck with a Soulsborne Samurai game. That is probably Sekiro, not gonna lie. But yeah, I recommend this. I recommend you just go with hard mode, and just still enjoy the game, but don't now. It's gonna be a lot harder for things. And yeah, this is something that can only be done in the main game. You can see on the Golden Temple, you will see Gift Altar. This basically means it is a spot where you can get gifts. So you can only get it from increasing your legend. Holy hell, it's got 100 supplies. But yeah, you can see where I'm coming from. So once you end up doing all of this, and once you end up learning it, oh, let me actually. But yeah, something that you should actually do once you unlock the second area, go for the Sakai Clan armor. Go for it. Have fun. Get it. And even, hell, get even Gosaku's armor. That is good. I actually need to check so I can find it. Hold on. Akashima. I know I probably butchered that. Shina, Hiyoshi, Sutsu, Azuma, Akashima. So yeah, you'll find Gosaku's armor somewhere in this area. You can travel anywhere, but yeah. So I hope you all end up using this to your advantage. Abuse everything in this game. Just to put it simple. Abuse everything that is given to you at the very start of the game. So abuse your character, abuse your stances, abuse the people you're going up against, abuse pretty much everything. Yeah, that's all I have to say to you. I hope you all have a good day. See you soon.